Welcome to some American-style darting action. This match took place at the Big Dog Dart Tournament in Natalie, Pennsylvania, and it features Robert Buck taking on Kenny Johnson. What's happening here is 3 away, so before players take aim at the first inning in the first game of the match, they have the option of throwing 3 practice darts. Do not throw them at the first inning or they won't be considered practice darts anymore. But here we are after Robert's warmed up. Single will start the game. Trip. And he completes a 6-point first inning. Kenny counters in the bottom of the first. Wide left with dart number 1. Red. And he walks away from the line with 5. 6-5 after 1. First dart red. Second dart single. Third dart red. 5 points for Robert in the bottom of the second. Kenny counters with first dart in the blue. Give him a trip. And 5 points of his own. So players trade 5s in the second. Red, trip, single, 6 points for Robert in the top of the third. Kenny comes back with a trip. Red, chance for a big inning here. Give him 6 as well. Players trade 6s in the third. 17-16 after 3, Buck in the lead. First 2 darts red in the 4th inning. Misses dart 3 into the blue, so give him 4 points for the top of the 4th. Chance for Kenny to maybe make up a point. But blue with his first dart. Trip. Players trade 4s. Red. Red. Bucket of blood for Robert in the top of the 5th. Up by 7, Kenny holds darts. Single. Trip. And another trip. That's a big inning. 7-6 in the 5th, and that means players are tied 27-27 as we head into the 6th inning. First dart low for Robert, second dart red, slides to his right, looks for something to shoot at, and unfortunately misses in the blue, so he comes away with 2 points in the 6th. Kenny counters. First dart trip. He has a 1-point lead, holding darts. Add another 2 to that, slides to his right. And he nails that trip with dart number 3. That's 8 points in the inning for him. 6-point swing. 35-29 heading into the final stanza. Bounce out a single and a red gives Robert 3 for the 7th. Kenny comes back, first dart trip. Red. Chance for a big inning. Nails a point with his final dart. 6 for him in the bottom of the 7th. 32-41. He's built up a lead by going 7-8-6 over the last 3 innings. Robert, needing to go deep, puts his first dart in the blue, comes back and makes a 5 for the inning for him. 41-37. Kenny holds darts and adds to his lead with his first dart in the red. Second dart red. Bucket of blood, 6 points for him, 47. That closes the door. Robert shooting for average. First dart red. Second dart red. 5 for him in the 9th. Total of 42. Kenny coming up to complete the game. Single. In the blue. and catches a trip to make it 51. 51-42 at the end of game number 1 of this best-of-3 match. Game number 2 starts with Robert shooting first and firing a red. Dart number 2 is wide into the left, and dart number 3 hits its mark. So that's 5 points for him to start the game. Kenny counters. In the blue with dart number 1. Red. Give him 4 for the inning. 5-4 after 1. First dart trip. Second dart red. Robert slides to his right, comes back and nails that third dart in the trip. That gives him 8 for the inning. Big inning for him. 13-4. Kenny holds darts. Bottom of the second. Single. Red and another single, so 4 points for him in the bottom of the second. 13-8, Robert up. First dart blue. Misses with dart number 2 as well. Catches a zippy dart, 3 points for him in the third. Chance to make up some ground here for Kenny. Single. Trip. Chance for a 6 here. Give him 5. So 16-13 after 3. Robert leads off the 4th inning with a red. And another red. Plenty of room to shoot at. Hits a trip. Turns it into a big inning. 7 points for him. 23-13. Down 10. Holding darts. Kenny comes back with a single. A red. And misses his third dart, the wrong side of the wire. Walks away from that with 3 points, 23-16. First dart trip. Second dart red, 5 lying in the 5th. Into the blue with dart number 3. So 5 points for Robert in the top of the 5th, 28-16. Kenny trying to not let this get too far away. First dart in the 5th. High in the blue. Hits a trip with dart number 2. Players trade 5s in the 5th. First dart single, 6th inning for Robert. Slides to his right. Hits a red. Fills in another red for another 5. Kenny's first offering at the 6th inning. Red. Dart number 2 on the wrong side of the wire into the 13. But he does land a trip with his final dart, so players trade 5s in the 6th as well. 33-26 heading into the final stanza. Buck opens red, red, single for his third 5 in a row. Kenny needing to go deep, puts his first dart into the blue in the 7th inning. Comes back with a red. Give him 4 points for the inning. 38-30 going into the 8th. Dry fire. Dart number 1, red. Dart number 2, trip. And a chance for, he's got it. 7 points in the 8th, 45 after 8. Kenny, blue dart number 1, red dart number 2. Give him 2 for the inning. Robert shooting for average here. Trip. That's in the blue. He needs 2 for a 50, and that's what he lands. So 50 points for him in game number 2. That is enough for the victory. Kenny just shooting to finish out the match. That means we have a 1-1 tie. Game 1 went to Kenny Johnson with a 51. Game 2 goes to Robert Buck with a 50. Players will get themselves together, and we will have a bully game, third and final game of this best 2 out of 3 series. Robert leads off the first. First dart's a red. Add a red to it. Add a trip, give him 7 points for the beginning of the first inning. Kenny counters, red. Second dart trip. Here's a chance to throw a 7 right back at him. Comes up a little short. 6 points for him. 7-6 at the end of 1. First dart red for Robert. Follow it up with a trip. Lots of room. And he walks away with his second 7 of the game. First 2 innings, first 2 sevens for him. Kenny concentrating. First dart deep. It's in the blue. No points for that. Dart number 2 is on target in the red. And a single with his third dart. So that's 3 points in the bottom of the second for him. It's 14-9. Robert holds darts. And he turns his first dart into a single. Follows it up with a trip. And another trip. That's 3 sevens for him to start the game. 21 after 3. First dart red for Kenny in the third inning. Second dart red as well. And he counters Robert's 7 with a 7 of his own. 21-16 after 3. First dart trip in the fourth for Robert. Give him a red on top of that. Make it 7 points for him again. So his game has started out 7, 7, 7, 7. Kenny takes the line in the fourth. First dart trip. Second dart red. Big inning of his own, a big answer. Scores 8, so Robert scores 7 in the top of the fourth. Kenny manages to eat into his lead by a point by putting up his 8. And we are 28-24 after 4. Give Robert 5 for the top of the fifth. 33-24. Kenny holds darts. First dart trip. Second dart red. Room for a big inning for Kenny here. And he hits it. That's 7 points for him. So it is now 33-31 after going 7-7, 7-5. After 5, it's still a 2-point game. Robert's sixth inning. 6 points for him. Kenny's ready for the sixth inning. First dart. Catches a point. It's on the single side of the wire. Dart number 2 ends up in the red. So 3 points laying. Slides to his right. And he walks away with 6 from the inning. So players trade 6s in the sixth. Up by 2, 39-37, heading into the final stanza. Robert puts up a trip and a single, fills in the red. 6 points for him in the top of the seventh. Kenny counters with a red. Another red. Give him a bucket of blood. Players trade 6s in the seventh. Now we have 2 innings to go. This is a 2-point game. Robert's first dart in the red. Single. Back to the red. 5 points for him in the eighth. That gives him a 50. First dart single for Ken. Second dart red. He's going to slide to his left. See if he can't nail a trip. But the dart ends in the blue, so that's 3 points for him. It's 50-46, a 4-point lead for Robert going into the ninth. His first dart is low. Second dart is on target. That's a red. Make it 5 points for him for the inning. It's a 55, so Kenny needs to be perfect here. Although he never went away all game, he couldn't quite close the gap at the end. And the door is now shut. 55-2. There's a trip for Kenny, dart number 2. And we will give him a total of... dart number 3 misses. So 55-49. Robert Buck, great shooting, takes the match. 2 out of 3 falls is his.